Hello, genderqueer chat. Joe here for Friday. It's Thursday night as I make this video, and I'm sick as a dog. And I wasn't even going to make the video, but the show must go on, as they say. So, this week's topic, and brace, sorry if I'm woozy, I just took some painkillers and NyQuil, and I took painkillers and I swigged it down with NyQuil. Anyway, the topic this week is how did you come to discover that you were genderqueer, and also how do you have fun? That was our bonus question. I think we're going to try and have a bonus question each week, kind of like Trainee Star. It's a lot of fun. I like the fluff questions, personally. I like getting to know the members. Okay, so how did I come to discover I'm genderqueer? I am going to link below to a video I made last October. It was one of the first weeks that I was on this channel, where it was a very similar question. So I'm basically going to repeat what I said then because nothing has changed. It was basically Chaz Bono. When Chaz Bono came out as transgendered, I remember the news really took me by surprise. The news blew me away. And it was at that moment when I just kind of woke up to the whole idea of gender fuckery. And around that time, truly, solely as a result of Chaz Bono's coming out, I started Googling a lot of different things, and I wound up on the Trainee Star Galactica website. One thing led to another, and I wound up on somebody's channel. His name is Freshly Charles. It's a YouTube channel by a person named Freshly Charles. And Freshly Charles is, I believe, FTM, female to male transsexual, but doesn't, there were many times in the videos where he, I'm going to say he, I think his pronoun is he, but I'm not sure. He was the first one to ever introduce me to the word genderqueer. And I remember being stunned silent, like stopping the video and scrolling back and listening to it again and listening to it again, and not really sure if I heard what I thought I heard. And then, sure enough, you know, going to Wikipedia and the jaw hitting the ground. That's it. That's the word. That's the word I've been looking for my whole life. And after that, it was not a process. I know some people say it's a process to come to the point where they're genderqueer. As soon as I heard it, I knew. It was like I'd waited my whole life to hear that word. Of course, the process of coming to know that I was not in the binary world was, well, that wasn't really I kind of always knew, I think. I mean, well, I was thinking about it just tonight. I was watching some of the videos from the week, and it, was somebody talking, pardon me, I'm doped up on NyQuil. Somebody talking about their childhood. I started to think about childhood games that we played, and my sister and I used to play house, and we used to play school, and we had alter egos, and I was always Lisa Venta, and my sister was Kathy Venta, and we were sisters, and we had these, we'd made photo albums, we drew pictures of our families, we were both married to men, and we had lots of kids each in our little fake photo albums of our fake alter identities, and as school teachers we were women. I think prepubescently, I always figured that I would grow up, get married, and have kids, because that was, as a lot of kids, that's all you ever, you know what you know, and that's what I knew growing up. Other videos I know I've mentioned when I discovered that children were optional, because growing up Catholic, they're not optional. If you get married, you must have children in the Catholic Church, and so when I discovered, you know, about tubal ligations and stuff like that, that was a whole eye-opener when I was 19. But to know that you didn't have to get married, or you didn't even have to pair bond in any way, shape, or form, was another revelation. But just to even know that you didn't need to participate in the gender binary was a revelation. Because I think as a prepubescent, I did participate in the gender binary insofar as I didn't mind. I don't remember it being too much of a problem. I mean, when they separated girls and boys, I went in the girls' line. I wasn't resentful about it. Girls' bathroom, I've never had a problem going into a girls' bathroom. I've never felt like there was something wrong with that. And I've never had any inclination to go into the men's room other than when I really have to pee, and it's the only one available. I've done that all my life. But prepubescently, I don't think I had issues with gender. It was when puberty hit that the problems began. So when I started growing boobs, I remember being mortified, not buying a bra until I was a C-cup. My first bra was a C-cup because I was that big and I'd let it go that long. When I got my first period, I didn't tell anybody. I was horrified. I've scrambled numbers in my, it was October something of 1987, I think, and I would just talk October 13th, October 21, October 24. I would just say numbers in my head until they were all scrambled, till the date disappeared out of my mind. I remember not wanting to make a big deal of it. I remember my mother kind of making fun of me, and I was humiliated and ran off. So there were things about being a girl that I always hated from the word go, as it pertained to puberty. Not so much being a girl, being in a female body. Like, I don't think I've ever minded technically having a vagina. That doesn't, I hate having a period, and that's vaginal-ish. Like, it relates to having a vagina. But the thing itself, it's not like I crave a penis, right? So, although I would like to stand to pee, but that's another story. Breasts irritate the hell out of me, and they did irritate me when they grew, and they continue to irritate me. But as people who know me know, I don't spend a lot of time, like, embarrassed of it or anything like that. Like, I walk with my head held high, and it is what it is. It's like my big nose. It's like my Statue of Liberty nose. I mean, I don't really bemoan it. It is what it is, but I'd prefer not to have it. Once the word, let's see what time we're at here, genderqueer came into my life, changed everything. Because once I had a word for it, there was, you know, the associated community, the associated concepts, all the reading I've done about it since blows my mind. Because there was a period between puberty and the discovery of the word genderqueer at age 37 or 38. You know, those 25 years where I was angry a lot of the time, very angry about the binary world I lived in, very, very frustrated at the expectation that I was supposed to participate in the binary, and I fought it long and hard. I used to fight it, you know, by changing my name to a gender-neutral name, by getting in a male-dominated field, pursuing, I was going to say pursuing male hobbies, but that's not really, I mean, computers and stuff like that, and truck driving. But I also sew, and I'm in my quilting room right now. I'm in my sewing room right now making this video, just because the light's good in here. So whatever, I mean, yeah, I'm really doped up on NyQuil. So that was how I came to discover I was genderqueer. Chaz Bono, who I will forever be in debt to him for that, because he woke me up. And he's on Dancing with the Stars, and I use all my votes on him. I'll tell you that right now. He's not a very good dancer, but I don't even care. It's the spirit I love. Okay, the second part of the question, the fluff part of the question, was how do you have fun? And, yeah, I quilt. Hey, I just made a bag on the weekend. Here, I'll show it to you. Pardon me, I've been in bed all day. Actually, a little girl comes over on Mondays, and I teach her how to sew. So I just made this tote bag. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I sew. I make YouTube videos. I surf the net. I curse Facebook. I cook. I bake. I made quinoa patties the other night. What else do I do? Geocache. Oh, it was Sid said geocaching. Duh, I geocache. I've been geocaching since 2005. For God's sake, 6 years I've been geocaching. Took a long break in between, but because actually at one point I went geocaching by myself, and I was bushwhacking. This was like in 2005, and I slipped and fell in the middle of nowhere with nobody and no cell phone, and I thought I broke my ankle, and it was pretty scary. And since then, a lot of my friends don't like to geocache. In fact, none of my friends like to geocache, so I'm hesitant to do it alone in creepy places, although I did do it on my trip to Wyoming. I did some geocaching out west, and in Canada as well. And I just got a new GPS, so that's fun. I love technology, and I love geography, and that marries my two favorite things, probably. What else do I do for fun? I was into gardening last year, but where I live, it's all clay. It's really, really, really bad, and so I went away for 3 weeks this summer, so I didn't get a chance to garden this year. I think that's about it. Oh, and I do disaster survival kits. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. I actually do first aid kits as a hobby. I make them. Or survival kits, like things like needle and thread and iodine for water purification, and yeah, I'm a bit of a nutter. Okay, I'm going back to bed. Good night all.